Hi everyone, welcome to the fourth episode of the Three Musketeers. Today we'll be talking about Ethiopia and the war within the country. So, Ethiopia, a little background information on Ethiopia. Well, Ethiopia is Africa's oldest independent country and one of the fastest growing economies today. Ethiopia is the second most populous country in Africa, with a population of over 115 million. The country succeeded in its economic development, registering an annual economic growth rate of 10% over the past 15 years. Tigray is the region where the war is taking place in Ethiopia. The Tigray region, officially the Tigray National Regional State, is the northernmost regional state in Ethiopia. Eritrea is a northeast African country on the Red Sea coast. Eritrea touches borders with Ethiopia.
May I ask you something?
Yeah, sure.
Since when has the war been going on?
The Tigray War is an ongoing civil war that began on the 3rd of November in 2020 in the Tigray region of Ethiopia. The war is primarily being fought by the Ethiopian federal government and Eritrea on one side, and the Tigray People's Liberation Front, TPLF, on the other.
So it still hasn't been like...
It still hasn't been mitigated, yeah.
Okay.
It hasn't. So Nicholas, what are the causes of the war in Ethiopia?
Ethiopia's northernmost region of Tigray is at the center of an ongoing civil conflict involving ethnic regional militias, the federal government, and the Eritrean military that has attracted the concern of humanitarian groups and external organizations since November 2020. Before the war, the TPLF continued to govern Ethiopia. Tigrayan control came to an end in 2018 with the ascension of Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed Ali. Ethiopians looked at him as the country's new hope for peace and ethnic harmony. He promised it early in his premiership to heal broken trust between Ethiopia's ethnic enclaves and create a sense of community. In 2019, he received the Nobel Peace Prize for ending violence at the Eritrean border and quickly acting to roll back domestic restrictions on freedom.
So all that sounds great and all. So when did this happen, the war? When did it break out?
I think it was in April 2021.
No, it's actually, like David said, it's like late 2020s.
Or actually, I might rephrase my question. Why did it happen?
Yeah, I'm gonna go on that next. So, within a year, ethnic relationship in Ethiopia had once again begun to deteriorate on the political stage. Multiple delays of long-promised national elections and the declaration of a new extension on Abiy Ahmed's first term as prime minister in June 2020 drew ire from Tigrayan leadership. The Tigray State Council chose to hold local elections in defiance of federal orders, inflamed tensions even further. In advance of the regional elections, which ultimately solidified the popularity of the TPLF, Tigrayan leaders warned that they should consider intervention from the federal government and declaration of war. Following the TPLF's regional victory, Abiy accused the Tigrayan troops of attacking a federal military camp to loot weapons. It soon became clear that the combative political rhetoric in the fall of 2020 had signified the first warning shots of what would have become a bloody civil war. So what are the effects of the ongoing war?
Well, Ethiopia remains cut off from food, water, and medical aid. In April 2021, the government declared a state of emergency in Amhara state after a series of violent attacks. Although Ethiopia is in a very bad spot right now, they still have a very positive economic development with poverty. Poverty in Ethiopia is lowering every day, which is good. The outbreak of the conflict in Tigray triggered a refugee and displacement crisis that is still ongoing.
How many people were internally displaced?
Well, it's a very huge amount of people. So, in 2021, Ethiopia reported 5.1 million internal displaced people in 12 months. The most people internally displaced in any country in a single year. Millions more have fled to Sudan as northern Ethiopia, especially Tigray, is cut off from food, water, medical aid, as I already stated. The effects of the war have been grave. But what exactly is being done to stop this war, Nicholas?
After a government counteroffensive and then a series of negotiations with the TPLF, Ethiopia declared an indefinite humanitarian truce on March 24th, 2022, in order to allow the delivery of humanitarian aid into Tigray. On August 24th, 2022, the wheels fell off of an uneasy 9-month truce between Ethiopian and Tigrayan governments, with an enormous military assault across dozens of fronts in Tigray.
Okay, that will be it for the 4th episode of the Three Musketeers.
I hope you enjoyed, and as always, this is the best podcast ever.
Yeah, peace out.
Bye.